Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Wednesday, 20th of August 2025. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. And what a day it was yesterday. The morning I had mentioned is the investor confused because you see on Monday, with so much of good news, there was selling at the top, and it was largely led by, I would say, the investors because both FIs and DIs had bought on Monday evening. So I was wondering, why is the investor confused when there is so much of good news? Yesterday, the investors decided that they baked in the good news, they thought about it, and then they came back in plenty. It's almost like they decided to go by what Phil Town, a great investor, said. If I can buy a $10 bill for $5 and then for $4, I'm not worried. I'm excited to buy more, and that's what the investors did yesterday, and they continued to buy through the day. If you look at the graph of Nifty, it opened tentatively. In fact, it came down in the initial one. From there, it simply started going up steadily. Though there was in the mid session, generally mid session is when people get jitters. Around 12:30, they got the jitters, and some selling took place, but it came nowhere near the opening lows or even the opening highs, and then it closed somewhat close to the highs rather than the midpoint. So this was one situation where I think the investors decided across the board. It is not in any one particular sector. On Monday, autos did very well. Other sectors did not do too well. Yesterday, Reliance led the rally. Apart from Reliance, there are many stocks, sectors which all participated. In fact, advanced decline was 2.5 to 1, 2.5 in favor of bulls. And it was the fourth day of Nifty closing in the green. Of course, it did not hold at 25,000, and then it struggled at 25,000. 25,000 seems to be a psychological resistance. As far as I am concerned, there is round numbers are no good resistances actually, but a lot of people believe it, and we have to respect the opinion of the majority. So as I said, Reliance was the top Nifty contributor, rising 3% after a very long time. Autopac also continued to rise as reports suggested China was looking to lift rare earth magnet curve. Midcap also gained 550 points. Nifty Bank did well. Generally, there was cheer around the market. Textile stocks, because government came up with some concessions for the textile sector, and Raymond and all that went up 11% because government removed duty on cotton imports. PNB housing saw short covering as the stock exited F&O ban. We bought into PNB housing yesterday. I had mentioned it in my Telegram group. FMCG and consumer durables stocks extended gains led by Lever. Lever has crossed an important resistance. So Lever is the stock to watch, which I'll be watching. Strangely, Pharma did not do well. Glenmark, for instance, was this toast of the season for a month ago, and it lost all the gains because they had done some drug discovery as far as cancer was concerned. Gale closed up because of sources are indicating a PNGRB may approve a tariff hike in September. So FIs continued to do what they do best: morning come and sell and then go home. 634 crores was selling by FIs, net selling. DIs also did what they do best. They bought and bought more at 2,260 crores. So net was about 1,627 crores. The institutions were net buyers. Global equities, Dow Jones opened bright at around 200 plus points, but selling through the session brought it down to flat territory. S&P and Nasdaq were being sold right from the opening bell, so they did not do well. Nasdaq lost about 1.46%. FTSE and CAC has been doing very well last 2-3 days. Internal reasons, of course. FTSE was good. DAX closed from their lows. It was very bad at one point of time. It closed only about 0.45% at the lowest. Commodities, oil continues to be under pressure. It went below 66 and closed at 66. Gold pressure, precious metal, silver also under pressure, but that I think is only a passing, show. So here it was, the newsflash said China has lifted restrictions on rare earth magnets, tunnel boring machines, and fertilizers, which should augur well for the auto as well as for infra as well as for fertilizer companies. And then export shipments are likely to be dispatched to India soon, is what the government sources say. And yesterday, there was a shocker for the online gaming because the government of India is planning to introduce an online gaming bill, which they will ban them, and so therefore a lot of revenue will go away from government, which was coming through online gaming. But government, I think, has taken the right stance, and the bill will be tabled today, and a lot of online gaming companies will be in trouble. Nazara is going to be very badly hit because that is the largest online gaming company which is listed. So what are the stocks to watch today? Bharti Airtel, they have followed Reliance by discontinuing their 1.1 GB day plan for 24 days. So that's positive. Delta Corp is setting up what a 10 MTPA tailings reprocessing plant. HAL, BEL, and BDL are likely to be in focus because government has put in about 62,000 crores for Indian Air Force. They want HAL to make that. So BEL and BDL will be the ancillaries to that aircraft. So they should be under, a focus, positive. Maybe yesterday they were all down. Gokuldas Exports, Arvind Raymond, again will continue because government has exempted customs duty on cotton imports until September 30th. RIL will be maybe under pressure today because Besant has said that the one or two large groups in India are making money off the Russia's oil by refining and selling it to Europe. It's actually stupid for him to make the decision, but he is a big man, and it may get affected on Reliance's price movement. Negative is Nazara Tech, as I mentioned, it's an online gaming company. Then positive on Interglobe Aviation because India and China are going to resume flights. So that should augur well for Interglobe Aviation. Ultratech Cement made a new high yesterday. They are planning to put a 200 MTPA million ton per annum plant capacity in financial year 26. See, what is important is not only for Ultratech. Ultratech is going ahead and increasing capacity. Generally, cement companies were not doing that for years. And once Ultratech is doing, which means they believe that there will be demand next year and following years. So a lot of other cement companies will join in. So cement could be a sector to watch. SRF is again some strategic agreement with some company. So that may be under focus. SRF is one of the best chemical companies. We don't own that, but that is something which we owned in the past, and we have made reasonably good money on that. Endurance Tech, it's a tech company. They have approved capacity addition worth about 136 crores. Rarely you'll see IT companies doing some capacity addition. So all in all, today seems to be an interesting day. Though the US markets are down, the futures are down, Asian markets are down. So we may also open in the red. The GIFT Nifty is talking about a 20-point down. One can never trust it, but inherently there is strength. I think the investors are getting resilient. They seem to be thoughtful and buying stocks where there is scope. And the GST meeting is there today. The GOM will be set up for that today and tomorrow. The finance ministry is heading it. By September 15th, when the next council meets, then I think we should have a clear blueprint of what reduction will be there in GST across the board. So we continue to look for bargains. Today I'm looking at L&T and Hindustan Lever to accumulate if it's possible. And for trading, definitely we are doing only BTFT. So yesterday also we did that. I mean, it is a no-brainer. Every day we're doing that. And by and large, it has been successful for us. So whatever you do, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining.